Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're listening or tuning in. Welcome back to the Quiet Glow Up series, a glow up only God could design. I am your host, Darla, and you are tuned into the 30 Journey. Welcome back, guys, episode 3 When the Mirror Talks Back. So, this is not one of those insecure type situations. Like, I'm not talking in the mirror and the mirror is literally talking back at me. But I'm going to walk you through exactly what happened. So, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, I've been in the quiet season. One thing that I find that always happens in the hidden season, in the quiet season, is that before the Most High reveals you, He will refine you. So, like Esther, I've spent a season in hiddenness, anointed in private, prepared in silence, and positioned for purpose. The quiet glow up isn't necessarily just about a change, but it is more so to honor the one who changed you. So there's a sacred moment that I want to share from last year that completely shifted how I saw myself. So y'all, I did a 3-day fast. Y'all know I am no stranger to fasting, but baby, this was a 3-day, 72-hour dry fast. No food, no water. For 3 days, 72 hours of silence, stillness, and surrender, and hunger. Very much hunger. And I thought I was going to not only pass out, but I thought I was going to get answers about my future. But instead, the Most High showed me me. Not the curated version that you guys hear online sometimes. Not the part of me that prays out loud or posts encouragement online. No, He showed me the pieces of myself that were still hidden and that I still hadn't surrendered. He showed me the pride that was dressed up as self-protection. Why relationships have been one of my biggest challenges. He showed me the performance that looked like strength, but it was really fear in disguise at times. Like I said, the Lord showed me me. Even though it wasn't necessarily pretty, it wasn't condemnation. It was conviction. It was gentle, it was holy, and it was true. Because the parts of myself that were hidden were the things that I needed to work through in order to fully be revealed. The Lord didn't say you're not enough. He said, let me work on what you're holding back. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. That's not why I went into that fast. I didn't go in that fast for myself to be revealed. I went into that fast believing that I was going to get answers about the next season that was, coming. And even though I definitely did, what I was not expecting was to see that version of myself that I knew somewhere subconsciously was still lingering around, and there were things that I probably had not dealt with that I needed to in that moment or in that season. But I knew how necessary it was in order for me to really move forward and clearly to prepare for what was coming this year when it came to my grandfather's passing. And from that moment on, I began to see the quiet glow up differently. Not really as an upgrade, but as a stripping. Not as a glow from glam, but more so a glow from grace. Think about Esther often when I reflect on that fast. Before she was revealed, she was refined. She had her season of purification, oils, perfume, silence, hiddenness, and that was an entire year that she went through all of those things. But I believe that there were mirror moments too. Moments where she had to let go of who she thought she was in order to become who she was called to be. And I remember years ago, the Lord placed on my heart that my life would be more reflective of Esther than it was of Ruth. Because I remember just having that moment with the Lord, and as I was reading those books, I was kind of getting some type of inkling that I was leaning towards Esther for whatever reason. And in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, my life is probably going to be giving Ruth. But he was like, no, it's going to be giving more so of Esther. And I was like, really? I'm starting to see those moments show up and reflect exactly what the Lord was telling me and showing me during that time. But like I said, that's what the fast did for me. It didn't just cleanse my body, it exposed what I still needed to surrender. And it gave me the posture I needed to serve not only just my grandfather, but I know it's preparing me for something greater. I know that within that season of serving and showing up the way that I did, that's probably something a wife would do. And also, prayerfully, a mother. It was showing me how to love and how to obey even when it hurt. It was also a moment in time that I started to prepare internally, and now we're moving more so into externally. I believe this is a part of your Esther moment. This is a part of your glow up. The quiet part, the pruning part, the sacred unveiling of who you are becoming. And I truly thank the Lord for that fast, even though I was very, very hungry. Because the thing that I remember the most within that time was just, again, how patient the Lord was with me as I was really almost lashing out because of what was being shown and how I was feeling during that time. And I cannot thank him enough for where I am today. I always recommend for anyone to fast when they are called to do so. But I do invite you all to just send a prayer up and ask the Lord, hey, is this something that I need to do within moving into the next season of my life? Because there is nothing I can tell you that has ever been negative, outside of being hungry, that comes from a fast. It will purify you, it will prepare you, and I truly believe it will accelerate you when it comes to your own personal quiet glow up journey. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. And remember that the quiet glow up is a glow up that only God could design. Take care. Talk soon.